Welcome. Let me ask you something that might make you a little uncomfortable. Have you ever been in a room with a woman you really liked and felt like you were invisible? You tried to say the right words. You tried to act confident. Maybe you even copied advice you heard online. But somehow, she leaned toward another man in the room. Not the loudest one, not the richest one, just him. And you walked away wondering, what did he do that I didn't? Here's the truth most men never hear. Attraction doesn't start with clever lines. It doesn't start with muscles, money, or status. It starts with a single gesture, a simple, powerful signal that tells a woman something deep about you before you even finish your first sentence. And almost nobody uses it. But before we go deeper, take a second to subscribe and like the video. If you're a man who wants to understand women, build real confidence, and stop guessing in relationships, this channel is built for you. Now listen carefully. Because the gesture I'm about to explain is not flashy. It's quiet, it's simple, and that's exactly why it works. You see, most men today are nervous around women they like, even if they hide it, even if they try to act cool. Their voice changes, their body becomes stiff, their eyes start searching for approval, and women feel that instantly. Not because women are magical mind readers, but because humans are built to read energy. When a man is unsure of himself, his body whispers it. His shoulders shrink a little. His smile becomes forced. His eyes move too quickly. A woman doesn't sit there thinking about it logically. She just feels something is off. But a rare man does something different. When he sees a woman he finds interesting, he slows down. He doesn't rush. He doesn't chase attention. He doesn't perform. He simply looks at her for a moment, with calm, steady eyes, and gives a small, genuine smile. Not a needy smile, a calm one. The kind of smile that says, without words, I see you, I'm not afraid of you, and I'm completely comfortable being myself. That tiny moment sends a powerful signal: confidence, calmness, control. Most men think attraction is about doing more. But the men who truly understand women know something strange. Sometimes the most powerful move is simply being unshaken. And when a woman feels that calm strength in a man, something inside her relaxes. Because deep down, every human being is searching for someone who feels steady in a chaotic world. And that's only the beginning of what this gesture really does. Because when used the right way, it triggers something far deeper in a woman's mind than most men ever realize. Most men make one mistake the moment they meet a woman they like. They rush. They rush their words. They rush their jokes. They rush to impress her. And without realizing it, they send a quiet message: please like me. Women feel that pressure instantly, not because they are judging you harshly, but because human beings are extremely good at sensing neediness. When someone tries too hard to earn approval, it creates tension in the air. Now imagine the opposite. A man walks into the room. He notices a woman. Instead of rushing over like he's chasing an opportunity, he takes his time. He stands tall. His shoulders are relaxed. His breathing is calm. When their eyes meet, he holds that moment for just 1 second longer than most men would. Not in a creepy way, not staring aggressively, just calm eye contact. Then comes that quiet gesture again, a small, natural smile. This is where something interesting happens inside a woman's mind. Because most men either avoid eye contact completely or they stare nervously and quickly look away. But a calm man who holds eye contact for a moment shows something powerful. He is not afraid of being seen. That single moment signals emotional strength. And emotional strength is something the human brain respects instantly. Think about it. When you meet someone who seems calm under pressure, you automatically feel curious about them. They seem grounded, stable, in control. Women respond to the same signal. It's not about dominance or acting like a tough guy. It's about comfort in your own skin. And here's the part most men miss. That small smile after eye contact does something subtle but powerful. It removes tension. Instead of saying, I'm judging you, your body language says, I'm friendly and relaxed. Now the interaction becomes safe and natural. She doesn't feel like she is being hunted. She feels like she is being noticed. And that difference changes everything, because attraction rarely grows in pressure. It grows in ease. When a woman feels relaxed around a man, her guard slowly lowers. Her personality starts to appear. She laughs more easily. She becomes curious, not because you forced it, but because your calm presence allowed it. This is why some men walk into a room and women naturally feel drawn toward them, even before a conversation begins. They are not trying to dominate the room. They are simply comfortable in it. And that comfort spreads like quiet energy. But the gesture that melts a woman goes deeper than eye contact and a smile, because there is another moment, a moment most men completely miss, where a single action can instantly separate you from 90% of men she has ever met. Here's the moment most men never see coming. It happens after the eye contact, after the small, confident smile, after you've shown that quiet strength. Most men think they have to say something clever, a joke, a line they saw online, a compliment. But here's the truth. The most powerful gesture doesn't come from your mouth. It comes from your hands. Yes, your hands. Think about it. Your hands are constantly moving, whether you're aware of it or not. They express calm, hesitation, tension, or confidence. And women are wired to notice these movements, even if they don't consciously realize it. The rare, almost mythical gesture is simple, a slow, natural touch. Not on the shoulder or anything intimate right away. Not an accidental brush, something subtle, deliberate, and calm. For example, if you're laughing together, gently touching her hand for a second while moving your hand away naturally, or lightly guiding her to a chair in a casual, protective way. It's brief, it's confident, it's intentional. This gesture signals something primal, something deeper than words. It says, I see you, I respect you, and I am comfortable connecting with you in a way most men are too weak to attempt. Here's why it works. Humans are wired to respond to touch, but we are also wired to feel tension when touch is awkward, clumsy, or desperate. Most men fail because they rush it, overdo it, or hesitate. The rare man, the one who melts a woman effortlessly, moves with calm precision. No sudden movements, no nervous energy, just a deliberate, gentle, confident touch. And here's the magic part. Her mind reacts before she even understands why. She feels a spark of safety, interest, and curiosity all at once. Her body senses strength. Her brain begins to release subtle chemicals that heighten attraction, and most men never realize this is happening because it's silent, invisible, but undeniable. This isn't manipulation. It's awareness. It's understanding the subtle signals that create real chemistry. Most men chase women. They text obsessively. They try to perform and impress. But the man who uses this gesture doesn't chase. He invites, he signals, he draws, and women notice. Every woman, no matter how confident or guarded, will pause when she feels it. She doesn't know why she's drawn to him. She just is. That's the difference between a man who is seen and forgotten and a man who becomes unforgettable. Because attraction isn't about effort. It's about presence. And your hands, when used correctly, can speak louder than your words ever could. This is where most men fail, and where you can rise above them all. If you're ready to learn the final secret that makes this gesture nearly unstoppable, it's about to get intense. Now let's take this even deeper, because the real power of this gesture isn't just in the touch, it's in timing. Most men don't understand timing. They either touch too soon, too late, or in a way that screams nervousness. And when that happens, everything falls apart. Attraction disappears. The moment is lost. The trick is simple, but almost nobody does it. You wait, you let the conversation flow naturally, you laugh, you connect, and then, when there's a brief pause, when her attention is fully on you and the energy between you feels calm and playful, you make the gesture. It's almost invisible, but it speaks louder than anything you could say. Imagine this. You're sitting across from her, talking. She's laughing at something you said. Your energy is steady, calm, confident. You lightly touch her hand, not long, not intense, just a second or two, and then release. That second, that brief spark of connection, does more than hours of talking ever could. Her mind notices it. Her body reacts. She feels seen. She feels a subtle sense of closeness. And here's the kicker. She doesn't even have to realize why she feels it. Because attraction doesn't always make sense. It's emotional. It's biological. It's chemical. And when you use timing correctly with this gesture, it triggers a deep response that few men ever experience. And most men ruin this by overthinking it. They hesitate. They overcompensate. They grab her hand too tightly, or they do it at the wrong moment, and it feels forced. You, on the other hand, move slowly, calmly, with purpose. You create a micro moment that she can't ignore, and it changes the energy between you instantly. Here's another truth. Women are drawn to men who make them feel safe and alive at the same time. That's a rare combination. The calm, deliberate gesture does exactly that. It signals strength without aggression, confidence without arrogance, presence without pressure. And the most fascinating part? Once you master this, everything else becomes easier. Conversations flow, laughter comes naturally. She begins to open up. She starts noticing your energy, your calm, your presence, and she remembers it long after the interaction ends. Most men never understand why some women respond to certain men instinctively. They think it's charm or luck. But the truth is, it's subtle, psychological, and nearly invisible. And when you combine calm confidence, intentional touch, and perfect timing, you become the man almost nobody else in the room can compete with. If you've been following carefully, you're already starting to see how this works. But we're not done yet. The next piece of this puzzle is the part that almost guarantees a woman will feel magnetically drawn to you, and most men never even realize it exists. Here's the secret almost no one talks about. It's not in words, it's not in looks, it's not even in touch alone. It's in your presence after the gesture. Most men make the fatal mistake of overreacting. They touch her hand, they feel a spark, and suddenly they try too hard. They over-explain themselves. They smile too wide. They lean in, talk too fast, or laugh too loudly. And that one moment of power, gone. The rare man, the one who truly melts a woman with a simple gesture, does something completely different. He stays calm. He lets the energy linger. He doesn't try to force connection. He doesn't demand attention. He just remains present, relaxed, grounded. Because here's the truth about human attraction. The most magnetic men don't chase emotion. They create space for it. Think about it. When someone is calm, composed, and confident, it feels safe to be around them. And when a woman feels safe, she can let her curiosity, interest, and attraction naturally rise. This is where patience becomes your weapon. After the gesture, you don't need to fill the silence. You don't need to perform or prove yourself. You simply let your quiet confidence speak. Her brain starts processing what just happened. She feels the touch, she notices your calm energy, and she unconsciously begins to compare you with every other man she's ever met. And here's what's fascinating. Most men fail because they panic after the gesture. They interpret the reaction, or lack of immediate reaction, as rejection or failure. They move too fast, trying to recover. You don't. You understand that real attraction is built slowly, invisibly, almost imperceptibly. You give her time. You give her space. You maintain your calm, and in that calm, your presence grows. Your energy becomes magnetic because a woman doesn't just feel attraction for a moment. She feels it in how safe, strong, and grounded you are over time. That small gesture, combined with unwavering presence afterward, triggers a deep emotional response that she can't articulate. She starts noticing the little things, the way you move, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. And suddenly, she's no longer just curious. She's drawn. She's intrigued. She's remembering you. This is the exact difference between a man who is forgettable and a man who leaves an imprint on her mind long after the interaction ends. Because confidence isn't loud. It isn't aggressive. It's quiet, controlled, magnetic. And once you master the gesture plus presence, you're no longer just another man in her life. You become the man she unconsciously wants to notice. The final step, the piece that turns this from a subtle skill into something almost unstoppable, is what we'll uncover next. It's what turns curiosity into desire, and most men never get this far. Now comes the part that separates the average man from the unforgettable man. It's not about words. It's not about looks. It's not about what you say. It's about the energy you leave behind after the interaction. Most men make a huge mistake. They want instant results. They want her to like them immediately. They try too hard. They text too fast. They overanalyze every smile. And the magic dies before it even begins. The rare man understands something most never will. Attraction is sticky energy. It's the invisible footprint you leave in her mind long after you've walked away. Here's how it works. After your calm gesture, after that brief, confident touch, you pull back slightly, not coldly, not like you're disinterested, just enough to give her space, to let her process, to let the energy linger. Because women are wired to notice presence. And when a man is calm, confident, and slightly mysterious after a connection, her mind starts filling in the blanks. She imagines what it would be like to have that energy around her more often. She feels drawn without realizing it. Think about it like this. A spark flies, but if you fumble or rush, the spark dies. If you hold your calm, let the moment breathe, the spark grows into a slow burning fire. And here's the incredible thing. This isn't manipulation. This isn't tricks. This is simply understanding human psychology. Women respond to energy. They respond to presence. They respond to men who know their own value without needing validation. Most men overcomplicate things. They buy expensive gifts, memorize pickup lines, or try to perform masculinity. Meanwhile, the rare man melts attraction with a gesture so simple, most overlook it. And when done correctly, it triggers something deep: curiosity, desire, and emotional intrigue. She starts noticing your calm in every interaction. She starts remembering your touch, your timing, your energy. She starts wanting more without ever realizing why. Here's the final truth. The manly gesture isn't powerful because of the gesture itself. It's powerful because it's combined with confidence, patience, and presence. That combination, touch, timing, and calm, creates a subtle pull that almost no man ever understands or uses. And once you do, women feel it instantly. They may not explain it, they may not consciously notice it, but they feel it. And that feeling sticks. If you've been paying attention, you're now seeing a pattern. Attraction isn't about impressing. It's about being magnetic without effort. And that's the step that almost guarantees you'll leave a woman thinking about you long after the conversation ends. Next, we'll uncover the ultimate way to amplify this effect so it becomes almost irresistible, something even the smartest, most guarded women can't ignore.